Here are two phrases I never thought I'd see in the same sentence, at least in my lifetime. Budget, government budget, and wash with money. Wow. They got more money than they know what to do with. This is happening at state governments. Now, this is New York City. All of a sudden, they were complaining, when Cuomo was running the place, they were going to be out of money by Tuesday. And now they have so much money, they don't know what to do with it. And it's going to be also this year money, next year money, and the year after that. So this is money for a long time. And you know where a lot of it comes from? Rich people making more money and the grants that were passed in the last 2 years. See, all the money that they passed in the stimulus package really didn't go anywhere yet. It's going to the states. This year, next year, they still have this money coming. So they got so much money. So I'm going to put this article in the description of it, so you read the details of what New York plans to do with the money. First of all, they're going to give like $3,000 bonus to workers. That's right. You working? You get a $3,000. Actually, it's certain workers. But that's the kind of stuff they're doing. It's going to pay for childcare. You have a child? Right. Well, this is a big problem. So they're going to pay for childcare. You want to go to school? They're going to pay for tuition. Artists, there's grants for artists, grants for business. The SBA is gone long ago with their grants. Actually, there's some small ones yet too. But now the state's government. That's why you have to learn not only all the big things, whatever. You want a stimulus check? Well, they're going to give you a stimulus check up to $1,000 because you paid property taxes. Wow. So you're getting money in stimulus checks too out there. So that's refunds. Also higher paying jobs. I think that's the most important thing about these things, because they're going to work on infrastructure. They're going to do even without Biden's bills. None of this has to do with Biden's plans in the Congress. That's why there's 2 or 3 games going on. You have one in the federal level, one in the state level, and the other in your local level. So that's 3 different programs you have to keep up on to find out about money that you're available to pay for more rent relief, to pay actually for undocumented workers. They're going to have programs for that too, because some of them they can't get money on if you're not documented. I mean, California officials are having a record benefit, a surplus, $45 billion surplus they have, and they don't know what to do with it. It's also coming from wealthy people are making a lot more money during the pandemic. They may figure out how to make money at anything, right? New York's losing jobs, and so they're going to be paying for all that kind of stuff. Wow. Surplus budgeting, surplus. They don't know how to spell that word in Washington. and that's what you have to do. Now, I'm going to put a bunch of links that I put in the last video that are relative here, because what you have to do is start finding out where that money is coming to, and when it will be available to you and in what form. You have to keep up on it. And really the best place to tell you the truth is your elected official, because they're going to know. They have to know, because they're the ones that vote on it. So they got to know. But stick with your state people, because you want to know about state government. So you don't want to call your congressman. You don't want to call your senators, because that's federal programs. This is all state programs. So you go to commoncause.org and you look for your state elected officials. You probably have 5 or 6 state elected officials. You call every one of those, and you want to get on any list they have that announces new stuff, okay? Because they're the people that brag about things. When they pass a law to give you $300 extra in your paycheck or something like that, they want to know that. They want you to know that they're responsible for that. And that's why you should vote for them again. So they have a motive to tell you. The government bureaucrats do not, okay? They get the same paycheck whether you find out or not. Your elected official wants to brag what the law they passed that's going to give you money or an extra $1,000 from the state treasury just for having a house. And so that's the kind of stuff. that you want to know, and the elected officials are the place to do that. So go to commoncause.org, find all the elected officials and get on their mailing list. Hey, I want to keep up on what the representative's doing or the state senator or whatever. And you find out because they're going to announce, because they send out to the press, they send out to everybody, and you want to be first in line. Some of these may be unlimited funds, some may be limited. So you want to know. And this is why, listen, artists. Money for artists, okay? Money for businesses, okay? And healthcare workers, things like that. So it's healthcare workers are a really big problem, but that's another issue. Let's go with the state. So find out your state. Go to the elected officials website, which is commoncause.org. Get on their mailing list so you find out about all new stuff. California has so much money, they don't know what to do. Now, that's not every state, but most states are doing this. And as the pandemic comes back, they're going to get more money. Yep. See, that's what it's money that was passed by law in Washington the last 2 years, but they didn't get it to the states yet. See, crazy, 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 right? You won't understand it unless you live long. And I lived long already, but I still don't understand it. So that's another fallacy. I'm giving fake news every minute, aren't I? So keep up. A lot of good opportunities out there.